Hi there. I am going to talk to you about some of the conflicting themes in Farenheit 451 and how the novel explores them. In the text, Farenheit 451, there is a number of different conflicting themes, such as conformity versus individuality, and happiness versus depression. I have chosen to use freedom versus control, and I'll include lying and hypocritical behavior into this analytical task. This theme is explored deeply in this text, with most of the story being based strongly around this theme. In this story they are all free, right? Or are they all controlled? Well, if you were to ask the characters yourself, they would most likely say they are free. Free to work, free to clean, free to eat, free to get married, free to play, but they cannot play anything that causes them to form their own life, dreams, or causes them to imagine a better world, and they are even free to watch the television that is especially made to make sure everyone is nice and in check, because that's what they have been led to believe freedom is. They are basically taught not to have an opinion from the time they are little. They teach people that thinking is foolish, and that dreams set you up for misery, and that you should not have an opinion because it makes people feel as if they are better than others. But those who enforce those very laws are enforcing an opinion which has been instilled in them by those before them. If everyone is taught the same thing, then they will teach the same thing, and nothing will ever be changed. The deception that the government of this story has is expressed in the form of firemen like Montag, who burn the people's books, and then share their opinion on why books are bad because they give people opinion. One example of controlled freedom from the text would be the section where Montag's wife Mildred was watching television, and the television would pause to get her to answer their questions. She believes that she is given a little bit of freedom to answer those questions, when in fact she is being controlled, and is giving controlled answers. Now, do you see these trees behind me? Yes, those trees way back there. You know those are called trees, don't you? Well, what if I'd said, look at those cars behind me? You wouldn't know what I'm talking about, would you? That's because your whole life you were told that they were called trees, not cars. That is similar to this story. In this story the trees are like wrong and right. Everyone is taught what is wrong and right. But a long time ago someone manipulated people into thinking about wrong and right differently. And from then on, people had been deceived, and thought that trees were cars. That is probably the most important thing in this book that explores the themes freedom versus control. The fact that lies which I would associate with sadness or hatred are what the government are using to try and make everyone happy.